Hello, fellow YouTubers. Welcome to the late Tuesday edition of YouTube gaming community. Quite frankly, I was wrapped up in watching all these late-minute videos that I saw in our gaming community, and was putting a lot of work into getting tomorrow's video together because I am really excited for tomorrow's challenge. Though last night I did end up finding myself playing Mario Kart 64. That is such a fun game. Though that is not the challenge tomorrow. So let's get to the trivia questions I asked you guys for last week. And the first question I actually asked last week technically had two right answers. The question was, what was the sequel game to Williams' co-op arcade game, Defender? Now, let's go through a little history lesson here. The sequel to Defender in the arcade was actually called Stargate. It came out 1 year after Defender. But when they released the same game on the home console, it was called Defender 2. Except for the Atari 2600, where it was originally released as Stargate, but then they later re-released it under the name Defender 2. So technically Defender 2 and Stargate were both the right answer. Which, by the way, I love Defender 1 and Defender 2, both great games. My next question was, the first Final Fantasy game debuted in America on the NES in what year? And I remember this year very good because this was, when I first saw the previews of this game in Nintendo Power, I wanted it. And the minute this game was released, I bought it and beat it within 2 weeks. And Final Fantasy was released in the year 1990, though it was released in Japan in 1987. The next question is, what happened when you entered your name as Sega or Sonic in Uniracers for the Super Nintendo Entertainment System? Quite simply, the game told you that those names were not cool enough to use. Again, one of those little, little gaming system war things that was going on in the games at the time. And the next question is, Gran Turismo 4 for the PlayStation 2 features this celebrity as a car manufacturer. This was by far the question most people got wrong. And simply put, the celebrity car manufacturer in this Gran Turismo game was none other than Jay Leno, who, quite frankly, everybody knows is a car nut. And the last question last week, the first video game developed by Shiny Entertainment in 1994 was a classic, and that was Earthworm Jim. So thank you, everybody, for answering those questions. So now, let's get to this week's questions. And I know the last question is going to be a hard one, but let's get to the first question. The first question is an easy one in my opinion. Bowser in the Mario game series is also called this name in the earlier titles. What is the name? Question number 2. Crazy Otto, Crazy O-T-T-O, was the original name for this popular co-op game. Number 3. Besides being in Atari co-op arcade games, Wayne Gretzky's 3D hockey also appeared on this home video game console. What console was it? I love that game a lot, by the way, in the console that it was on. Number 4. The last published EA Sports MVP Baseball featured what player on the cover? And then the last question, and I think is the hardest one. It is another Gran Turismo question. Cars from this manufacturer didn't appear in Gran Turismo, the original one, for the Sony Playstation. So, what car manufacturer did not appear in Gran Turismo for the original PlayStation 1? So guys, that are your 5 questions for the week. Try to figure them out. Google them. Whatever you think you got to do to try to figure out those answers. So you probably won't be able to find some of them. So, let's get to the videos to check out. Ironically, the first video, is the thing I mentioned in my last community video. Literally started uploading the video, and then I saw this video. And it is formerly the Gaming Arena podcast, now known as the Gaming Arena Central podcast. And go check out their teaser trailer, in which they tease about the upcoming podcast. Also, I noticed when I went to their channel today that there was a certain person on the channel's checkout list that is no longer there. Maybe that person's possibly joined the podcast. We'll find out later. Next up, a kind of more of a common occurrence that seems to be happening more often. This channel is the Combat Fighter. An update for you guys on what happened to picadoagamer's page. So picadoagamer had another channel called the Combat Fighter, and he explains why if you didn't know, picadoagamer is now gone. The next video is from austinmackert-What, and it is, what is SegaAge? So you want to check out this video because it shows SegaAge. SegaAge is kind of the equivalent to Nintendo Age, or basically, or Atari Age, where it's all about Sega. So if you're interested, go check out the video, and then go check out the website. The next video is from JustAnotherLevel. It is free stuff, Microsoft rewards. In this video, she shows people, or maybe you didn't know, that there is a, Microsoft does have an Xbox Live rewards page where you can sign up and take surveys and other stuff to get free Microsoft points to use for what you want to use it for. So if you're interested, go check out our video and then click the link and join. And then the last video is from Pook Ninja 3, Old Video Game Magazine, E.G.M, August 1991, Part 1. I love any video where you show me old video game magazines. If you want to see them, talk about it, show the magazine, check out the video. So guys, that is all our videos for today. Tomorrow will be a great day, because tomorrow is who won the challenge for last week. And what will be the challenge be this week? Let's just put it this way. It is simply, to me, the best sports game ever made. I'll see you guys all tomorrow.